Hey everybody, welcome to the weekend vid. It is coming out late tonight, I apologize, but going into the new week, second week of the month, we're going to see the SPY Qs, IBM, Dow Jones, mostly looking similar with, you're going to see slight wicks on the upper end of the chart. Dow Jones will be closest to going 2 down, and then you got the 3-3 IBM. So this broadening formation is just getting started in here, something we'll want to know about. That being said, the semis will be the inside week here. Tech, also a 3, so here's your broadening formation in the tech. You'll want to know about that, of course. Biotech's broadening formation, the outside week, as well with a shooter, potentially 3-2 shooter down next week. We're drawing those triangles out so we have them going into the new week here. Sadly, it's not going to let me, so I'm just going to have to go something like that. But regardless, IYZ outside week, staples, regionals, financials outside, defense goes inside, real estate's outside. So you're going to see your broadening formation in there as well. Industrials, not so much, a little weaker. Jets, closer to the 2-2 week back up. Then energies are all Momo shoots on the downside, closer to taking their months back inside and down. When we look at the VIX and UVXY, they don't really tell us much. And then gold, GDX, GDXJ. And I want to get the silver in there, still going up, although silver may become 3-2-2 back down. So really, we just have a lot of threes we're working with, and we want to see, do we get out of those or do we start trading back through them? And given what happened, we go to the indexes. SPY 3 on the day, so you got triangles everywhere, right? You have this on the 60, the nice big 60 triangle, which we can actually pull up on the day here. Let's go look something like this. So you're going to see this, and this is your big 60 or weekly triangle, and then on the day, failing to make new highs. So how are we going to get out of this triangle, right? Right in here, either this high or this low. We'd be closer to 2 down, but we may open inside and firm back up. So we'll see what comes on Monday. But even intraday, since we have that outside day, you're going to have this. So we'll see what comes of it. Qs, same thing, slightly higher highs, slightly lower lows. So here it is. And inside month still with the SPY, the Dow. Dow Jones, 2 weeks to make out the new highs so far. And here's your triangle in there. So how are we getting out of this on the day? We go on the 60, you're going to see this as well. Slight lower lows, slight higher highs to these guys. IBM, as we said, already outside week, and would be just more likely or closer to going continuation down. It did take last month's highs and fail, so potentially this goes outside the other way if things get weak next week. We will see. That being said, inside bars for next week, you'll have Coca-Cola closer to an inside bar up to trigger the 132 TheStrat month. Something I'd like to know about. Apple, closer to 3-2 down, is inside week, so we'll be aware. Either that stays down or we get the TheStrat 3-2-2 on a Tuesday, depending on how that opens up to start the week. If we go to RTX, you're going to see inside week, and this is occurring, I believe, at all-time highs, top of the outside month triangle. So here's your broadening formation, there's your inside week, and if it were to firm up, you'd have pivot machine gun day to take the week up. If not, you'll go an inside week down, reversal during an inside month. So be aware of that. If we go to Boeing's going to be inside week in scenario 3. I have a slight bias on this one to the upside with the quarterly 2-2 reversal in force. So potentially on Monday, we get the 60 in here, 2-2 to come back through these guys. We'll see what comes of it. And then T, you're going to see outside day, similar to the rest of the market, inside week, closer to a 3-2 month. And this is one we mentioned to some stat members a long while ago on the reclaim of all these guys down in here. T has been higher, so we'll see what comes of it. DPZ, inside day, inside week, potentially is it outside year? Forgive me. No, inside year. But if we go to the month, you'll see this, the 1-2-2. So the day could trigger the week, could trigger the month. So we'll see what comes of it. I'm not sure if they have earnings. They do at 224. So we'll be aware of that. And these offers and bids are looking crazy in the overnight. 2 up, 2 downs. You'll also have Amazon, potentially the 3-2-2 pivot machine gun back to the downside. Below 227.91 with no daily signals, could go outside month. If we go to CDW, not a common name, but Gapper Universe, gap up sell. Here's your shooter week, potential 3-3 on the month. If we go to 2 down, 2 up, you'll have MDLZ, which is a cool one. You got earnings gap down buy. Here's your hammer. Could cause an outside month. If we blow this up, you're going to see it has been a lot higher. So here's our slight lower low triangle out. That monthly is going to set up 3-2 for next month. And if this 2-2 week works, could go back up there. Something we'd want to know. We also know things like MO in the staples came back a bit. So you have the 3-1 there. We'll add that in there. We'll have obviously Coca-Cola in the staples. If we go to XLP specifically, it is a 3, so we'll see if we can get out of that. But given all the scenario 3s on the week, we know we're going to get an aggressive move, right? It shows aggression, so we're going to be watching for that. But that being said, in the 2 up, 2 downs, or 2 down, 2 ups, you'll have FedEx as well, inside day, potentially 3-2 week. It has been higher. You can see the monthly mother bar, new low, and maybe come back in. Not sure about how those earnings did, but UPS potentially 3-2 as well. And it looks like earnings did go up. So, maybe they're down on good news, but UPS looks similar. It is, worse looking than FedEx. So we'll be aware of that. But if we go to transports will look 3-2 as well, mostly because of your Uber, which went 3-2 reversal inside month and up, which is still good for now, with earnings. So you can see earnings down 2 back to the upside, and off they went. Outside bars, specifically NVIDIA, you have the big 3 engulfing. So we'd prefer that go continuation for the 3-3 on the month. And you see corrective activity. This is your first corrective activity in a big while, at least bigger redder bars. So we'll see if that can get back to the highs. If we go to VLO, you're going to see some nice triangles in here for your shorter term traders. Here's your triangle here. So nice long and red and green bars. This is the type of stuff we're looking for. It's going to be nice and easy to trade. If we go to MPC, same thing. This is what we're looking for. Nice long red and green bars. So want to keep an eye on those energies, although they're not really doing too much right now. Easy trading in those guys. If we go to Hershey's, it's going to be the last one. You'll see the outside week, broadening formation. And it is year down, inside day. So either that goes inside down, back into the 3, or we go inside up. Maybe we set up a rev strat for Tuesday, but I'd prefer it down. They recently had earnings, and they did, it looks like, do better than last earnings. 234 last time, 269. So, maybe good news and they start going, but we'll see. And it is part of the staples, which again has the 3. We'll see what comes of it. As far as monthly and yearly focus stuff, Oklo. Definite yearly focus. We've known about that one for many quarters now. So 3-2 quarters still good. 3-2 year expansion above 28, 19. It's already 55. So if that's going to, go another 1,000%, it's got to go, 100% first, right? So this is something you want to know about. And if you're just going to trade this, I'm good with you doing that. Nice long red and green bars, and you'll see the gap down buys working their way up the whole time here. And then there's a few utilities, not too interesting to me. On the downside, you're going to have some stuff like DHR and LEN. DHR, it's not home builders, but 2-2 shooter counters hammer to the downside. And you're going to see triangle expando on the week. So below this stuff, 221.32, could get a lot worse. We just want to see them triangle out first, right? Let's see what happens there. Lennar, you see shooter year to the downside. I believe that's with DHI as well. Shooter year down, and then home builders overall do have, slight shooter year, but slightly stronger, still working on that. But that's some yearly focus. And then AMD on the downside, the rev strat year in force, in a bull market, which we are technically inside year at this point, but in a bull market, if this is going down, this is where guys get clobbered. It could go, half off, haircut, 50% lower. So we want to know about that for sure. Outside of that type of stuff, I don't got much to add. We will see some materials gapping overnight. NUE, X, and ALB, you'll have the materials sector, potentially 3-2 week next week with the monthly 2-2 from the monthly vid. So we'll see what comes of that with the gappers. But that's all I've got. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys bright and early on Tuesday morning if you're in stat, and if you are not, see you guys in Monday night's nightly vid.